back to your full crew. We are live in North Dakota at the UAS Summit and Expo kickoff party, and I'm here with Tom Swoyer from GrandSKY, who is helping to support this entire event. We've got a cool bird behind us. So Tom, say hi to everybody and tell us what we're doing here.
Hello everybody, welcome to the podcast from Grand Forks, North Dakota.
So we've got some great guests lined up today. Tell us a little bit about that.
So this is the opening reception of the UAS Summit, the longest running UAS conference in the United States, and its 18th year. We are very pleased to be able to host this opening reception. Behind us is an MQ-9 Reaper, part of the Sky Range program, testing hypersonic missiles for the United States of America, promoting our national defense. We've got a great suite of guests coming through, starting with Senator John Hoeven from North Dakota, followed by our friends from the FAA and the DoD, and then a whole bunch of folks here that work here in North Dakota that support us, our giant ecosystem. We need more companies here, we need more friends. We have so much work we have to get done, from Project Ultra, which you did a great podcast around, from Project Ultra to all the other UAS flights that we're operating here every day. We want more folks to be a part of this entire ecosystem.
Yeah, so if you're not here now, come on down. Lots of things going on here in North Dakota. We're going to hear more from the Senator about that.
We are going to hear more from the Senator.
Let's get him on down.
The Senator.
All right, here he comes.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, so great to have you back.
Good to be with you,
The
Don.
Senator was on this stream like 2 years ago when I was here last. So much has changed, sir. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on in North Dakota.
Well, Colonel, it's great to be on air with you, and we love our men and women in blue. So thanks for your great service to our country. This is exciting. It's really one of the premier UAS conferences, in the country, certainly, and probably the world. We pride ourselves on being building an ecosystem here for UAS development that is like none other in the country. So this year, my guests are the Deputy Administrator, FAA, Katie Thompson, and then also General Dave Stewart, who is actually leading the joint effort between all of the services on behalf of the Department of Defense for counter-drone development. So you're going to see, we're going to have some good announcements again tomorrow about next big steps we're taking to make sure this is the best ecosystem in the country for developing UAS technology. We have more partners than anybody can think of, but we're still in the market. So if you are interested in doing something in terms of developing drone, counter-drone, those types of technologies, come talk to us. That's one of the things we pride ourselves on, is partnerships. And I got a compliment before I hand this off to who's coming next, General?
The General, yep.
Before I hand it off, you got to admit, that is one beautiful display.
It's beautiful.
Because that Reaper actually will be part of the Sky Range program, along with formerly Global Hawks, soon to be Range Hawks. Again, where we're working on developing hypersonic missile technology will be a big part of that. SDA, Space Development Agency, so many things. We're really excited, and again, thanks for this opportunity to join you.
Sir, so great to have you back. Thank you so much. And thanks for everything you do, not just for North Dakota, but for this whole industry.
Thanks.
General, so great to have you.
Well, hello.
Sir, so nice to meet you. So, for those that not tracking this, the Department of Defense stood up this Joint Counter-UAS Office a couple years ago. And this fine gentleman here is leading that whole effort for the Department of Defense. So, sir, please take it away.
All right, well, thank you. Well, my name is Major General Dave Stewart, and I am the director of the Joint Counter-Unmanned Aircraft Systems. And so thrilled to be here in Grand Forks, and thrilled to be out of the Pentagon for the day, where we're going to hopefully have...
Who wouldn't be?
Well,
I did my hardship tour there, sir.
Indeed, a lot of important work goes on in the Pentagon, and thrilled to serve there every day, recognizing that we are supporting the warfighter overseas, and now more and more here in the homeland. As we continue to work with the interagency, we understand that this problem set that is counter-UAS is going to be, we're going to have academia, we're going to have industry and the military all working together as we meet these challenges as we go forward.
Yeah, and I'll say, because we also need Congress working on this, guys, because our local, state, local, tribal, territorial law enforcement, they do not have counter-drone authorities like the DoD has. and only 4 other federal agencies, and they are our first responders in a terrorist attack. So this is really important, and sir, I'm glad you're working on the technology side. DoD has been light years ahead of everybody on this effort, and I'm glad to see that this is a whole of government and interagency approach.
Absolutely. Well, Dawn, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate you. All right, I think we have Ms. Thompson. So we've got the Deputy FAA Administrator with us here. So great to have you, ma'am.
Well, thank you, Dawn. It's great to be with you.
Yeah.
Exciting to be in North Dakota.
And this is your first visit here
This
to
is
North
my
Dakota.
first visit to North Dakota, and it's amazing to see the incredible work that's being done. Every single aspect of drone integration. It really is the Silicon Valley of UAS.
Yeah, it is. And I think you mentioned you toured University of North Dakota earlier.
I did.
And that's something, the Senator mentioned all the different partners. UND is a critical part of this ecosystem.
UND is absolutely essential to the National Airspace System. They are training air traffic controllers, pilots, drone operators, mechanics, you name it, and they can do it, including commercial space operations.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're partnering with states and other organizations across the country to really take us to the next level of aviation in the United States.
Yes, super exciting. I know there's going to be announcements coming out of this conference. By the time this posts, those will be out there. So keep your eyes on North Dakota, everybody. And man, we are really excited for 2025. Everybody has very high hopes for Part 108, as we're calling it, UTM, all kinds of things. I think next year is going to be a really huge inflection point for the industry.
Year, lots of exciting announcements, so stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you so much. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you. All right, we're going to get Chris Hewlett up here. So Chris is with GrandSKY, and Chris was recently, you weren't on my Ultra.
No.
No, he wasn't on our Ultra show. But tell everybody a little bit about Ultra.
Yeah, Project Ultra, UAS, logistics, traffic response, and autonomy. It's what we're doing up here at GrandSKY on behalf of the Office of Undersecretary of Defense for acquisitions and sustainment, mostly about integration of drones into the national airspace, and specifically the airspace integration services that we're developing up here that are ubiquitous to the user. All drones are welcome, all technology is welcome, and what we're focused on is really creating that seamless, democratized airspace that everybody's so hip to get engaged in.
And the Senator already said it, but just to go, it bears repeating. These folks are all looking for partners, and I know there's a lot of companies out there also looking to be a part of this action, right? To test their technology, to work with the DoD, get involved in a test site. All of these things are happening here in North Dakota. So this is one of the guys you need to be talking to, as well as Tom Swoyer. So thank you so much, Chris, for everything you're doing. All right, next up, we have, I'm not entirely sure. Come on down.
Right,
hey guys, there's your mic. You can put it on up. I don't think you're in the screen, so let's get in here. All right, so please introduce yourselves.
Matt Miller, president of the VIDAR Group.
And Brian Roberts, I run operations out here in North Dakota.
Okay, so VIDAR Group, tell me what VIDAR Group is doing.
So we're a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business, and we actually are supposed to have one more here, Charlie Keebaugh. However, he's currently doing the relief efforts in Western North Carolina.
Oh, that's amazing.
He got a little tied up with trying to save people to be here.
Yep.
But we provide the ground support to the General Atomics, the Reaper programs out here, being foreign customers, local U.S. DoD, and basically tie everything in to make everything more efficient and integrated to tie to ground peace, airstrikes, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance. We kind of cover a lot of different bases, and we've been branching out a lot, trying to bring in other companies into Grand Forks and GrandSKY because it's been very conducive for our relationship here and building the company and fostering new opportunities, really.
Well, speaking of opportunities, there are a lot of vets out there that are looking to get into this industry. Number one, can they get involved in your efforts? And number two, what tips do you have for vets that are looking to kind of go to that next level and get involved in this industry?
Yes, ma'am. We actually are always taking resumes. We currently have quite a bit of part-time work, especially with the influx of different like foreign militaries and people that come into the area. So if anyone ever has a resume, my email is matt.miller@vidargroup.com, and send them over. We don't have a really hard planned out schedule as far as exactly when the training will be. A lot of times it pops up with maybe 30 days notice at best. However, we do our best to kind of rack and stack and get everybody integrated into it, because it helps our company, it helps spread the word, it gets everybody employed, and brings a lot of really good people to the area.
I love that. Thank you so much for what you do. So, second question then. I know I asked a compound question. I am a lawyer. I'm sensitive to that.
It's all right.
So, what advice do you have for vets that are out there that are looking to break into this industry?
Don't be quiet. Make your voice heard. Advertise. A lot of the stuff that we get into and opportunities that we're able to take advantage of are really just word of mouth, through connections, through either current employees or previous friends, previous connections, and someone just kind of brings up the idea of, it'd be cool as if we did something like this, or I'd met so-and-so over here and they were talking about maybe bringing this opportunity to life. And it helps so much just having that openness and being able to communicate and make the opportunities actually happen. And this area is very, very conducive. It's very nice.
I love that, and it is always about relationships. And I'm just going to pitch another group, guys. If you haven't heard of Vets to Drones, check them out.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful group. You work with them. See what I'm talking about? I know they're working with Promo Drone, so many other companies. So Chris Lewis and his team are doing a great job transitioning vets and bringing them into this industry. I love what you guys do. Thank you so much
Yes, ma'am.
for
Thank you.
everything. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm not sure who is. All right, here we go. Come on down.
Hi.
All right, please introduce yourself and
Hi.
tell everybody why you're here.
Sure, I'm Alicia McConnell, and I'm with Rollins Infra Consult, and I'm here kind of helping out Tennessee DOT, but also just really trying to experience all things AAM, learning about GrandSKY. I met Tom Swoyer a long time ago, long being relative, but really learning about everything they're doing for enabling beyond visual line of sight and expanding operations. So Project Ultra, you had a great podcast around
Thank
Project
you.
Ultra. I loved listening to that and really learning a lot about all things AAM and UAS here.
Well, and you mentioned the Tennessee DOT, right, Department of Transportation. I know you guys had a great event this year called the Drone Symposium.
Yes.
Looking forward to 2025. So everybody kind of keep that on your radar as you look out to what events you might attend next year. When you think about advanced air mobility, what is really critical is working with those state departments of transportation. And you guys are leading the charge on that, so thank you for what you're doing.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're in North Dakota, though.
Yes.
So you're keeping an eye on what they're doing because they are doing some great stuff here.
Yes, absolutely. And North Dakota has been a great advisor for Tennessee, and I believe some other entities around the nation. They're really doing some outreach as to not reinventing the wheel, which has been fantastic.
Right.
And we can really utilize the FAA test sites to expand an understanding of beyond visual line of sight operations, but also all the testing that's going on there. So it's great to learn more and actually see it in person. I will say there's a ton of value to seeing it in person.
Well, to see this thing behind me right here,
my gosh, right?
Right, in person, how cool is that? I mean, I used to be advising on operations with this thing up in the sky, like in undisclosed locations that I can't talk about, but to see it up close is super cool.
Yes,
right?
it is definitely cool. And I think they said hypersonic, which is just mind-blowing.
Yep, taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you. All right, see ya.
See ya.
All right, who do we have up next? All right, coming on down, we've got MTSI in the house.
Hey, how
here
you
we
doing?
go. So Lenny is here, and I met his team, and these guys are systems engineers working with the federal government and doing really cool stuff. So first of all, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do and why you're here.
Yeah, my name is Lenny Rishu, and I'm a retired Air Force veteran. 32 years in the Air Force, retired as a 2-star general. The Joint Staff flew C-17s and KC-135s. Retired in July of 2022. Took a year off, and I found this great employee-owned company called Modern Technology Solutions Incorporated. It is the largest employee-owned systems engineering technical advisory company in the United States, and we work with aerospace companies. We do digital engineering, federal government, commercial, civil, anything you want. And about a year ago, we were reintroduced to this incredible region through some of our employees. And so I've been coming up here for about a year now, about once a month, and I had the good fortune to be introduced to Tom Swoyer in GrandSKY, and we are fortunate to be in on the ground floor of Project Ultra to try to knock out some...
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
See, fun
yeah.
fact, you heard it here first,
Yeah.
everybody. That's what I love about the full crew.
Low key, we're in on the ground floor of this doing UAS traffic management, and
Amazing.
we're building up to a secure multi-domain data center.
Yeah.
One day, as we bring in all these technologies that'll be useful for cities and companies and power plants and roads and interstates, UAS is going to be a part of our life, of technology, of our economy. And so we have to work out how to integrate this in the FAA, and it's happening right here in North Dakota. And MTSI is really excited to be part of that. In my 32 years of flying airplanes in the Air Force, never once came to North Dakota. And not until I retired. And it's a great community, a great place to live, and we want to help build the future of R&D in North Dakota for our country and national security.
So fun fact, sir, I actually
It's Lenny.
prosecuted a case.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually here.
And your call
it was
sign
a
is
Pitbull.
Okay,
yes,
we got something
okay,
going
now
here.
everybody knows that too. But yeah, and being from the Air Force, why not, why not?
I'm very familiar. Which one are we talking about?
Reason's the reason.
That's exactly right.
but Friesen is a really great place to be here, frankly, if you're looking to test advanced systems.
That's exactly right.
Because guess what? Weather's not going to be perfect, and you need to be to have UAS traffic management in very cold environments, including places like here. So come on down, everybody. Work with these guys. Work with GrandSKY, Project Ultra. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Great.
sir.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. And I can't help it. I'll always call you sir. All right. We've got another person coming up. Hey, sir. Nice to see you. Dawn Zoldi.
Hi, Dean Gorder with General Atomics. How are you doing today?
GA is in the house, everybody. So, General Atomics, tell us what you're doing. You guys are one of the anchor companies here at GrandSKY from almost the beginning, from the inception of when it was created here, under that very special enhanced use lease. Tell us what's exciting about General Atomics and what you have going on here at GrandSKY.
Well, I think tonight one of the more exciting things is how well GrandSKY has lit up our fine General Atomics aircraft
behind us.
So a big part of that, as you mentioned, was that we started here in 2016. So we are the primary training arm for General Atomics on the MQ-9 Alpha and the MQ-9 Bravo. In the last few months here, we have entered into an arrangement with the Test Resource Management Center, so we are now part of the Sky Range program. That's been very exciting for us. We did our first test flight a couple weeks ago. There is a pod on the aircraft behind me that is called the Raptor pod, built by Raven, and that will be part of the hypersonic missile testing data collection system. That was a long sentence.
No, it is a long
that's what it
sentence.
means.
And I wrote an article about this like 2 years ago for Inside Unmanned Systems magazine, so I'm sure it's on my website if you want to find it.
Okay, I will look it up. Other things we do here is we're getting into the maintenance training, because as with any air system, you've got a variety of different things that you have to watch. These aircraft are deployed around the world, so we do a lot of site lead training to ensure that the people running the sites in point A, B, or C are adequately prepped and ready to go for it. So.
Excellent, excellent. Now, can people just apply to get trained, or can they get involved in your program? In other words, if they're not from here and they want to learn how to work with, the hypersonics and some of the things you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you think of any other business, we have business needs on all fronts. We need aircrew, we need mechs and techs, we need program managers, we need support staff, we need everything. In fact, for this event, they sent up a couple talent acquisition people because there's 2 universities within about 70 miles of where we're standing. And so they both have engineering schools, etc. He told me I have to move. There we go.
No, you know what I did? This is an AI camera, so this this is real. Like
okay, it's zeroed in.
Yeah, it's zeroed in.
So anyway, there's engineering schools, everything that you can think of a company like GA needs. So we are constantly on the hunt for talent.
All right, very good. I've got a son that's a mechanical engineer. I'll get your number.
Perfect. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. All right.
I wanted to catch him while he was still
All right. We've got the switch up happening, and I kind of moved the bird, but you can now see the wing. Okay. All right. So we have got yes.
Is that your bird?
So this gentleman here is the former wing commander. You can just hold it.
Just hold
it.
on.
Oh yeah, or you can put it on there. Whatever, it works.
That's fine.
Okay, come on in, closer to me.
I'll move closer.
All right.
Okay.
Tell everybody who you are and what you're doing here.
Okay, fantastic. My name is Tim Curry. I was the former wing commander at Grand Forks Air Force Base. I'm here just to be with great people in a great environment and hear a little bit more about technologies that are going to make a huge difference for national security.
Well, absolutely, sir. And your base has been so integral in really creation of GrandSKY. By the way, I'm a retired JAG. So that enhanced use lease. I'm a nerd. Very big deal, like very rare to happen within the Air Force or even in the entire DoD. Sure. That's how these guys are on Grand Forks Air Force Base flight line. So you guys have been partnered with GrandSKY in many different ways, including unique research that's relevant to the DoD. I don't know if you could share any of that. It's not classified.
So when I was in command, actually, we signed a cooperative research agreement with the University of North Dakota. Clearly the state and GrandSKY and the county helped facilitate that as well. As actually during the air show, we got to sign that agreement. But it makes a huge difference, not only for the university, but more importantly for national security overall. And we don't do that without great partners like GrandSKY. So it's been a huge opportunity for us. And oh, by the way, the CRADA stays in existence so we can continue to research together.
I love that. I was at the Air Force Academy, that's where I retired, and CRADAs are kind of the lifeblood, right, of academic institutions. I love to hear that you guys are leveraging that authority here as well. So lots going on. What are you excited about? What have you heard or seen so far, or what do you expect to see at the UAS Summit that you're really jazzed about?
Well, I'm pretty jazzed about this MQ-9 right behind me.
I love it, yes.
I flew that aircraft, might have about 1,000 hours in it,
all right,
so that excites me.
All right, very cool.
But honestly, the thing that excites me is just watching the ecosystem grow. Every year there's been new people, new faces, new policies, but there's also sort of the old timers that come back and they've learned lessons and they share that with other people, which is huge for us overall. That's how we actually grow as a team.
I love that. Well, thank you so much. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
I'm going to grab that mic
Air Force
back.
Academy, huh?
Yeah, that's where I retired out of.
When did you retire?
2018. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
I'm going back next week for my
your reunion? He's a grad. Okay, very cool.
I never wear this, but I got it on today.
All right, he's got the ring on too. All right, I think we've got one last guest. All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, and please squeeze in. There you are.
All right.
Okay, I'll move over. I shifted the camera by my flailing hands. It is an AI camera.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, all right, so tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you're doing here.
Yeah, I'm Tom Ford. I'm the Grand Forks County Administrator.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we did
we
a video.
met online.
We did a video together.
Oh, it's so funny when you like meet people in person and you saw them once on like a Zoom call.
You don't have this?
No. Okay. Well, great to see you in human form.
Isn't it? Oh,
so
nice
this
to
guy
see you.
was on our Project Ultra video.
I was.
He's the guy. All right.
Yeah, I'm
so,
the guy.
So he's here, and Grand Forks County is administrating Project Ultra. Basically, he's a project manager, which is very unique.
That's right.
So what are you excited about for this week?
Well, for this week, I'm excited to see both GrandSKY, being focused and taking center stage at the summit. I'm excited to see Chris get up there and talk about Project Ultra and that unique public-private partnership that we're doing.
I'm moderating that panel, by the way.
Are you moderating
fun fact, yes.
Oh, so I can slip you some really hard questions?
Yeah, hard questions. Bring them on.
No, I think the summit is awesome. We're making this the UAS Center of Excellence for the country.
Uh-huh.
And having this summit here is awesome.
Yeah.
Right? We get to showcase what we're doing here
Exactly.
on the national stage.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Going to be exciting.
Look, the last time I was here was 2 years ago, and it definitely has grown.
Yeah.
I mean, to have the FAA Deputy Administrator here, to have the Joint Counter-UAS, office
Yep.
lead, the retired 2-star general, all of these senators, legislators, you, of course. He's on the VIP list. I guarantee he got VIP parking.
Well, I did get VIP
Yeah,
parking.
see?
That
Yeah.
is a perk.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm the least important guy in the room. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's awesome. So we're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hearing your panel and moderating Project Ultra.
All right, well, so great to meet you in
You as
human
well.
form.
Yes, same
Yes,
here.
thanks.
Thank you.
All right, great to see you. All right, now I lied. This is for sure our last guest for the day. Coming on down. All right, coming over this way. Here we go. And this is?
Greta Selesky.
And you are with?
I'm with Thales.
With Thales,
yeah.
okay. So you are like the backbone of everything happening at the MNOC, which is the Mission Network Operations Center. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so Thales is the system integrator on the Vantis network here in North Dakota. Like you said, we're the engineer architect kind of behind the whole thing. Right now we see it's a bring your own infrastructure for UAS.
BYOI.
If you want to, yes. If you want
BYOI, bring your own infrastructure. There you go.
But we make it so you don't have to bring your own infrastructure.
Ah.
We provide the infrastructure here, and you can just sign on to the network, and we
Makes
enable
it
beyond
easy.
visual line of sight. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So you've been here obviously for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen this event morph, grow. What are your initial observations as you see this crowd even just tonight?
Yeah. I would say it's obviously growing, like it has every year.
Yeah.
It's always fun. I mean, I'm from here in North Dakota.
Oh, awesome.
And so this is all in my backyard. It's really fun to show it off to all these other people that are like, I didn't know this was happening in North Dakota. But yeah, as we just continue to see growth here, whether it's new hangars or new runways or whatever
New partners?
it is. New partners.
New projects like Project Ultra?
New investors, like
Yeah.
all these different things. And it's really cool to be in small state North Dakota and all this happening right here.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. So, any closing remarks before we get Tom Swoyer back on here to close us out?
Ooh, closing remarks. If you haven't checked out the UAS Summit here in Grand Forks or GrandSKY or Vantis, definitely check all of those out.
Yes.
If you're coming from a different state where, we don't want different sized railroad tracks.
Right.
We want to make sure they are all connecting. So, yeah, if you haven't heard of Vantis, look us up. We'd love to have a chat with you.
I think almost everybody's heard of Vantis, by the way, at least probably the people watching this. But thank you so much for what you do. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, we're going to have Tom. Tom is going to close us out here today. So,
Hello,
Tom, I
Dawn.
did shift the whole camera and everything.
Okay, you shifted
all
it
right.
all.
So, Tom, thank you so much. We had a great lineup. These are all your colleagues, and this has been an amazing networking event.
Thank you very much for coming out here. Thanks for being a part of all of this. We wanted to kind of showcase a few of the companies and the people we work with, and some of the things that they do here at GrandSKY. Part of another podcast I think we're doing with you come October.
Dawn of
or late
Autonomy,
November.
everybody,
There we
Ecosystem
go.
Month, yep.
And so I think it's we have a really robust ecosystem of companies from the Vidar Group. They're great guys that help us with all our ground management.
Yep.
Our partners and tenants with General Atomics are great. Senator Hoeven's constantly bringing VIPs through,
Yes.
like the Deputy Administrator and General Stewart, that all bring a different kind of energy to what we're doing here in Grand Forks. And tomorrow's Tuesday, so it's, Flying Day. You know, it's going to be outstanding weather, so there'll be a parade of MQ-9s in the pattern tomorrow.
Yeah, love
and
it.
that's just all exciting. So thank you so much for coming up, and we're really excited to have you here.
Well, thank you, Tom. Everybody, thank you. That is all she wrote. We are out here.